Morning chillins of the internet, painters and decorators, DIYers, anybody that's interested in the follow-up review on the Zinsser AllCoat, the Bedec MSP and the Frenchic Al Fresco. Now, if you remember, I'll post a link, top corner, that corner, I'll post a link to the last video that I did about a month ago. Now, I said I'd do a follow-up on a bit of a scratch test and a review on how the paint stood up after about a month. Now, we are nearly a month. It's been a good 4 weeks since I last did this video on this board. And if you remember, I'd got a board like that. Can you see that yet? I taped it all off. And what I did, let's bring it into here. I've got 3 coats of the Frenchic, 3 coats of the Bedec, 3 coats of AllCoat. Now let me make it clear, from day one, I knew this wasn't going to be a video about how it covers. So please don't put comments in that colour's going to cover better than these. It was never an opacity video that I was doing. The purpose of the video was seeing how these 3 water-based products stood up on a uPVC door panel. Now, it's just the fact that I had that colour from the Frenchic. I'd got white on the other 2. Well, that's soft white and that's white. I know full well the whites aren't going to cover as well as a colour, but that by the by, it was more of a case of how it went on, how it applied, what it looked like when it was dried, and how it stood up. So forget the colours, we want to see how it is for robustness. Is that a word? Robustness? Anyway, back a month ago, what I did, I let these dry for 2 hours, and I came back after 2 hours for the first coat, and I wanted to see what it was like as a bit of a scratch test. Now, I know some of you picked up on, said you need curing times. I know full well about the curing times. I know at least 5 to 7 days for the AllCoat. I take it would be roughly about the same for the Bedec. Somebody did mention you need about a month curing, which seems mental to me, waiting for something to cure for a month. What do you do in that month period if somebody touches it and damages it? I don't know. But what was interesting, after 2 hours, the Frenchic Al Fresco had actually dried quite hard onto it, and I wasn't seeing much movement of it being damaged with a bit of a scratch test with the end of a screwdriver. But I did say the purpose of the video was to see how it stood up, and a month on, and we are roughly within about 3-4 days, we are a month on from when I did this on the 23rd of October. So I wrote on here 23rd of October, 3 coats. So all these have had 3 coats. So I'm back with you now to follow up on it, to see how it stood up, what it looks like, and whether I'd be purchasing the AllCoat, the Bedec, or the Frenchic. And we laugh about the Frenchic, but I was really impressed how that went on. So keep an open mind again, keep an open mind. Right, I've got my friend with me. It's Carlos. He was here last time. Unfortunately, he's still bored stiff. He says it's like waiting for paint to dry. I just can't please somebody. But what's over my shoulder? Doris the door. You see Doris? That was on a previous video I did. Can you see there? I sprayed part of that door with the Colour Bond Aquatech. Do you know what? That's looking lovely. That looks really nice. That was one nice coat going on there, after I did another video on how to rub a door down. Right, let's bring you into focus on here. Let's do a bit of a scratch test. So I'm going to drop you down so you can see what I'm doing. Yay, look at this. Technologies. Yeah, let's get you in. Are you happy with that? I'm happy with that. You won't see me, but you'll hear me. I'm going to get in best I can. Right, my hands. Could be a hand model, couldn't it? A hand model. Frenchic, Bedec, AllCoat. Let's get you a bit close, see what you think. Yeah. Right, I'm going to start. I've got a coin. I'm going to try with a coin to see how it stands up. So, can you see me there? Bring it back. Yeah. I'll do a coin there. I'm not going to be, let's get you in. I'm not going to be scratching really hard to make it chip off. I want to see what it'd be like if somebody caught it. Kids with bags, shoes being kicked against it, because this is a door panel. I've got some keys. I'm going to try to get some keys, banging keys against it. So let's just do some scratch testing and see how we go on. Right, start with a coin. It's not coming off, but it's just leaving the colour of the coin against it, you know, marking it. Let's try it on the Bedec. Same on the Bedec. It's like using a, I don't know whether you can see that, I'll zoom in a minute. AllCoat. I can tell you now, the AllCoat feels a bit more sheen on it because it's more of a satin finish. The other two are more of a flat satin eggshell. Right. I would say that's being very European, that's a 10-cent coin. Right. Let's put that there. You can see that. Let's get you in. See the marks? Can you see the marks that's made on there? They've all got the same sort of marks on it. So that's a coin. Oh, there you go. Just there. Oh, bring my finger. I can't. And the same's on the AllCoat. Right. You'll have to trust me on that one. That you can see it. Right. Let's hold you there. Right. Next one. Let's try some keys. Try and get my camera to hold it for you. Right. Try some keys. I'm moving. Right. Got some keys in my pocket. What's the main thing when you've got a door? Keys banging up against it. So let's get you there. Let's get some keys banging up against it. Yeah. This is a good test. Keys. Oh. Yeah. Scientific testing. Keys up against painted door panel. A few little marks on the Bedec. A few little marks. I suppose you'd really expect that. Not too bad on the Frenchic. Right. Oh! Doris, the door's blown over. Never mind. Looks alright to me. Right, let's get a key. Doing the Frenchic. Let's do the Frenchic. It's not coming off. Bedec. Not coming off. AllCoat. It's not coming off. So all three of those, nothing's chipped off so far. Just a little bit of marking from the keys banging up against it, like you put your key in a door lock near the handle. Right, move on from that. Let's do the screwdriver test. We'll do with the Al Fresco first, then the Bedec, then the AllCoat. Do you know what? I can't move any of them. None of them seem to want to move. I'm really going to press on with the end of the screwdriver now. This is just an ordinary screwdriver end. Right, I'm going to dig into it. Oh, the AllCoat's moving. Let's try another area. I'm digging in really hard now. The Frenchic's chipping off slightly. Let's try the Bedec. Bedec's not moved. Let's try again. Right, another area. Yeah, the AllCoat, that's coming off. Bedec not moving really. If I get the corner of the screwdriver and dig in, I can start getting the Frenchic coming off as well. But I must say, I'm putting a lot of pressure on that. The Bedec, I'm putting a load of pressure, I'm not getting that moving, so that's quite interesting. Can we get a bit of Bedec off? No. Try a bit more on the AllCoat. I can get the AllCoat off, right. Let's try a bit more sharper key, right. Frenchic. Can on there. This is like a scraper, it's that sharp, the side of the key. You can get the Bedec coming off. I'll tell you what, the AllCoat comes off without too much pressure. I'm going to go back to the Bedec, let's spin it round, let's have another area. So this is the AllCoat, right? That comes off without too much pressure. It's a bit of a sharp end of the key. Right, Bedec. Not moving. Let's come to the Frenchic. I'm pressing hard. Do you know what? I can hardly get it to move. I'm going to bring you in now. Let's conclude this. What do you think of my new camera microphone? Is it a lot better for you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yay! I'll get you off the camera. Right, I'm going to flip you over. I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. Yeah. Right. Frenchic, Bedec, AllCoat. Now this, look at this. This is coming off with the key and the end of the screwdrivers. Look, these are the marks I was getting first time round with the coin, nothing moving there, but this is the AllCoat Exterior, Zinsser AllCoat. That comes off without too much problem. That was on the Frenchic Al Fresco, and that was really, I was putting a lot of pressure on that. But look, up here, let's see if I can get you on. Get the coin again. Which coin was it? Short one. Right. Just to show you, and I'm pressing hard. AllCoat, Bedec. No. Frenchic, and again, I'm putting pressure on it. Look at that. Who'd have thought? I mean, I joke about Mickey Mouse paints and stuff for the DIYer and the people at home just fiddling around doing a bit of painting, but the Frenchic, it's not coming off. If you notice that there, that came off on every corner, because while this board's been outside, literally it's been in my garden outside, it's been up against there, it blew over in the first couple of days and it scratched it, and I didn't come to it for a couple of days because I didn't come out in the garden, but it scratched off there. But can I scratch it anymore? It's a vulnerable part. Yeah, I probably could do. Same with there, but they're vulnerable parts. Right, so I'm going to conclude on this. I can't believe I'm actually saying it. I'm really impressed with the Frenchic, and that is a sharp side of the key. That is not moving other than its marking. The Bedec, it's not coming off at all. I can't scratch it off with a key. AllCoat, I have to say, I'm a bit disappointed. That marks a lot easier. And don't even get me started on the coverage of the whites. I mean, I know it's not fair to compare the opacity, but
I'd like to see that in white. The Frenchic Al Fresco, I'd like to see what that's like in white, to see whether it covers as well as a colour does, but that's not coming off. That's not coming off. But I can get it moving on the AllCoat. So right, we're going to sum up. What position would I put all these in? The hard weariness, my number one is that. I know it's marking, i.e. the metal work's marking the white, but it's not chipping off. Let's see if we can get it on the sides. I really want to try and get, can't even get it off the sides. For a scratch test, number one, second position, Frenchic, third position, Zinsser AllCoat Exterior. So we're quite happy with this testing that I've done. Have I missed anything off? I've done a coin. Coin. I'll tell you what, I've got some shears. Right, end of the shears. I'm pressing hard. That is not shifting. That Frenchic. Talk about impressed. Let's try it's the MSP. Bedec. Not moving. Zinsser AllCoat. And I like Zinsser AllCoat. This is, if I was said to anybody, it'd be Zinsser AllCoat. I can hear it moving. Look at that. That comes off. Let's see. And just get the side of that sharp. Just get a little bit coming off. No. Unbelievable. Let's get you back on the stand. I'm back with you. Tighten you back up. That's what we're saying. I'm definitely not poo-pooing. Let's get you back here. I'm definitely not poo-pooing that Frenchic. If anybody's using it as a DIYer or an amateur and using that Al Fresco on your uPVC windows or doors that you've painted yourself after cleaning down properly, I'm impressed. And also I'm impressed because the flow out, there's hardly any brush marks on that at all. Hardly any brush marks. Unfortunately the Bedec and the Zinsser AllCoat are a little bit ropey. That's the term in the trade, when it looks ropey, looks brush marks. Now you could pour a bit of water to it, but then you're altering the consistency of the paint. You'd probably get the flow out. Sprayed, you won't have any problem. And if you follow on my channel, you'll see that I've sprayed certain things and you do get a lovely finish. But that, very impressed. Bedec will be now my main go-to for a water-based finish that goes over virtually anything, because that has not moved. Zinsser AllCoat on uPVC outside, that's been outside nearly a month. Not so impressed. I'm not going to knock it and say it's not a good product because I've used it. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram and stuff, and you've seen photos that I've done on jobs where I've used Zinsser AllCoat Exterior inside, spraying woodwork, cracking product. But on this, for this experiment, not too impressed. I won't be using that on uPVC. Bedec, number one. Frenchic Al Fresco, number two. And I'd actually put them nearly on a par. Number three. 1, 2, 3. Close position between those two. So if you like what I've done on this scratch test, and what are we? Yeah, 20 minutes, brilliant. Think how many adverts Google's going to stick on this. Should be getting that Porsche soon, but I'm not. Don't even get me started on that. Thought I'd be rolling at Christmas. I thought I'd be retired. But these are on a par, and I class that as a DIYer, and I don't want to say the word Mickey Mouse paint because that is far from a Mickey Mouse paint, but trade paint. I retail stroke amateur DIY paint is up there with what I call as a professional painter and decorator. That Frenchic is up there with a big boy brand of Bedec. I'm surprised. Zinsser AllCoat, it's there, but it's not doing its jobs. I would say it's not fit for purpose on this sample that I've done. So for now, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, plenty of comments. I want plenty of comments from people, and if you're already subscribed, please press that like button and the bell at the same time, because I've got some really interesting let's watch paint dry videos coming up soon. So thanks for listening to me, thanks for the support, over and out. My next one will be recapping on the Colour Bond Aquatech on the uPVC that's only been done the last couple of weeks, so we're going to give that a good month. So for now, thanks for listening, see you on the next one.